Few are chosen. Now, yes, that's true, but it's not the way that it sounds. When we think of chosen, we think literally of God sort of sitting up there, doing an eeny, meeny, miny, mo, you know, I choose you, I don't choose you, you're good, you're not good. It's not like that. The chosenness comes from within, comes from that internal calling. Because the question becomes, well, chosen by whom? And the teaching of God is not a God who's sitting up there playing favorites. Not a God who says, I'll be one with you, but not one with you. Because we've been created, not just by the Creator, but of the Creator. That's what the whole spiritual tradition teaches us, is the creation itself is divine. Because it's been created out of the Creator like the wave out of the ocean. There is no distinction. And so it's not a matter of God saying, well, you are in my image, you are not. You are divine, you are not. It's not that. The chosenness is from within. My higher self, my true self, makes that choice. And it's a choice. In the Indian spiritual tradition, we're told that there are two paths of life, prayas and shreyas. And the path of prayas is the path more, you could say, of passion. The path of eat, drink, and be merry. The path of, you know, he who dies with the most toys wins. That path of it's all about me. I'm going to step on people's heads to get ahead. It's just about pleasure. It's about what I want to do in the moment. And that path takes us. Sure, we may acquire things. We may acquire sensory pleasures. But it doesn't take us far on a spiritual path. And it's the path that leads ultimately to suffering, because we have to keep learning the real lesson over and over and over again. And then there's the path of shreyas. And that path is the path of the spiritual path. Of the path of, as Pujya Swamiji says, filling the self, not filling the shelf. So that commitment to self rather than shelf. Of knowing who I am, of embodying who I am, of living as who I am, rather than just acquiring things, rather than focusing on the material. And so that's the choice we make. When we say few are chosen, well, we have to realize we are the chooser. There's no concept in the Indian spiritual tradition of God with a wand that says, you, and you, and you, but not the rest of you. Every single one of us is created from the same stuff. We all are waves of the same ocean. It's, are we going to listen to that inner call? And so that chosenness is up to us. And in every minute we have that choice. Every minute and every moment. And if you didn't choose it in the last moment, don't worry. It's a new moment right now. And that choice is there for all of us. Doesn't matter what you've done, doesn't matter what your past karma is. The scriptures are full of stories of people who have had a past history of not very spiritual actions, whether they're robbers, they're dacoits, they're this, they're that. And who have an awakening, have a moment in which it shifts. And suddenly, they choose themselves. We have to choose God. God is always there ready to choose us. That's why we've been born. We have to be prepared to choose. The question is, do I want to focus? Because you can't walk down both paths simultaneously, and you can't walk with one foot in each path. Otherwise, it becomes like those really bad, B comedies where the guy's standing on the dock and he's got one foot on the boat dock and one foot on the boat, and he's chatting with someone, and slowly the boat starts to go out to sea, and you can see the guy, and now he's straddling, and a foot's on the boat and a foot's on the dock, and now the boat's moving out into the ocean, and the guy ultimately, splats in the ocean. It becomes like that. You can't have a foot in both paths simultaneously. And it doesn't mean that we can't enjoy life. It doesn't mean you have to renounce the things of the world, but it's about our focus. I can't be marching toward two different destinations simultaneously. So I have to choose. And if I choose God, then I'm chosen. And if I don't, that's okay. I have another chance next moment, another chance the moment after that, another chance next life. But I'm gonna keep coming back until I choose. Because only in that choosing am I actually able to clear my karma. Am I actually able to have the experience of oneness? And ultimately, that's what we take birth for. That's the whole point. We're not here to accumulate things or acquire things. Whether it's possessions or degrees or relationships or whatever. We're here to awaken. So God says, whenever you're ready. But I have to choose. That chooser and choosee are both in me.